Hello everybody and welcome to the ITK Soccer Show. Apologies for that intro music. It's a bit dramatic. You'll enjoy it, lads.
We're sad that we've missed the last few weeks.
Yeah, well, we've had things to do.
Well, we also decided to go to the pub instead of doing it last week.
That was because we didn't have a facility where we could watch the match and do the show.
And we also felt bad for our last show, which was frankly a disgrace because we were busy watching the Liverpool United match. And
John's using the royal we here.
Well, no, I was correcting you.
Yeah, I was saying that Dan was fine. You and me were all over the place.
Oh, I was hosting and giving the answers.
I wasn't even here in spirit or in body. There was just like an echo of.
You know, we've watched shows in the past while doing the podcast, and
but that was like Carling Cup or irrelevant Premier League matches. This is something that was important.
Well, we are going to go over all of this week's Premier League as well as last week's Europa League. We'll preview Thursday night's action coming, as well as Champions League, and preview what's happening on Tuesday and Wednesday night. Most of you will be listening to the show on Tuesday, so it will be in date. We'll finish off with Premier League, and first we'll get into the news. It is the 11th of April, and we haven't done a show in a while, as John alluded to, so let's get straight into it. But this time last week, football finally fell under the scrutiny of potential doping that every other sport in the world is finally getting found out about. And there was quite a few people mentioned in it. I guess most notably Leicester was a rumour. Now, I didn't get a chance to look into this a lot. Who was reporting it? Who were the bigger names out of it? Because within a week it already has seemed to have gone away.
Now, to be fair, I think it was actually Tommy who did actually mention this to us quite a long time ago. It's about, particularly at the start of the season, that there's going to be a big scandal. Like there was something rumbling. Like obviously there could be injunctions and a lot of things like that it can't get out. But there is a lot more.
Did you hear about the newest, latest super injunction in the UK?
No.
Okay, it's a celebrity, and it's about his husband. There's a clue. Having illicit threesomes all over the shop, but it's only a super injunction in the UK, so America are talking about it. Any idea who it could be?
Celebrity?
Yeah.
Elton John, is it?
It is Elton John.
Oh, good man.
That's the same way the
Sir
Ryan
Elton.
Giggs news came out, wasn't it?
Say again?
When the Ryan Giggs thing was super injunction, that's like...
Yeah,
but didn't they find out it was like, we can actually report this in Scotland, wasn't it? I heard that get out. The Ryan Giggs one.
Yeah,
that's weird.
But that's what happened.
Wasn't it? It was something like that. Like he goes, actually, they just found like a loophole that no one actually realised was there, and they go, yeah, I'm putting that out.
Yeah, basically what
Wasn't
happened
it?
was the Times did a case, and they caught out a doctor, and the doctor, while talking, said that players come to him, and like one of the teams that were caught out were Leicester, and Ranieri was asked about this after a match, last week's match, whoever they played, beat 1-0.
They beat
Safe to say they beat them 1-0.
Southampton.
Southampton, after the Southampton game, and the PR person came in and said, we're not answering any questions, like Claudio's not answering any questions about this, release a statement, and the statement said that the club hasn't sent any players to him. So basically, it's not the club's fault.
So
I think if one team is in it, though, it has to be Leicester. It has to be.
Well, there's a few.
Yeah.
Like,
they don't get injured.
Kante does get injured and then is fine 2 days later. You've got a hamstring, mate. No, I don't.
They eat pizza if they train well on Mondays.
But
they make their own pizza.
They make their own pizza?
Yeah, that's what the story was. When they went to get pizza, it was like you work for the team and now you work for your pizza.
And they get a few beers now as well. Get a few Peroni.
A few Blue Wickets.
People need to start copying this trend. It's
What,
working.
drugs?
No. Well, we can't say. Who else was rumoured in this?
A few Arsenal players, a few Chelsea players,
Spurs players,
a lot of London players, basically.
Yeah, a lot. But I don't think they're actually like performance enhancing drugs. I think what they're doing is recovery drugs.
Same thing.
As in, I think there could be like blood transfusions and stuff like that, and kind of that sort of like maybe get red and white blood cells back into yourself.
Same thing.
But it's not steroids, you know what I mean?
Well, what steroids?
No. I'm not condoning it. It's still wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a different kind of doping, as in not like
I don't know.
You might have your people might be caught on cocaine like Mutu. You might have people who've been caught on actual steroids. You know.
Well, what are actual steroids these days?
Well, Frank de Boer was caught on them. Davids was caught on them.
Yeah, but what steroids? So you're using like you're using a. But okay, what about, so you're saying that in an age where it's very important to get skinnier players bulked up, especially in the English Premier League, that to me I wouldn't say it's things like blood transfusions. I'd say it's human growth hormone.
Yeah,
I'd say it's definitely TRT or HGH or something like that.
I've heard
testosterone replacement, human growth hormone.
I think could be.
There's a doctor who did the talk there, and he was saying how Juventus still do this, and he said the player he used was, they asked for an example, and he said, well, Ibrahimovic gained like I think it was 7 kilos in a season of muscle, or maybe it was 7 to 10 or something, and he just goes, that is not humanly possible without the help of a...
This was when he was at Juve all that.
Yeah,
all
He
those
was
years
Juve
ago.
in 2001.
Yeah,
Five.
Ibra's agent
I think.
came out and said
6.
that Ibra's going to sue the person who said this.
I have this here. Dan has written that down about Ibra suing.
Well, yeah, because
I
like
can say he will.
he's the only player. Because like say
Well, it's defamation.
because
anyway.
because of America and stuff,
Yeah.
a lot of players that we mentioned of like Leicester, Arsenal, those sort of players were leaked out, but obviously Ross sort of stuck in this.
In the bubble.
Yeah, and since the news, because the doctor is a bit sort of dodgy sort of thing, and I think that's
Was
what
it Dr. Nick?
No, but he's some Irish doctor, and the Irish
He's
Times.
Irish.
Yeah, his website was up there, and his website's a bit like
He's Irish.
yeah. So
It's amazing that it
we
just comes
took that-
out of everyone, doesn't it? Oh, I'm Irish.
Well, it's cursed me now because
Beautiful.
Jurgen Klopp came up and said that a Reggie's gone up a shirt size since I've been at the club.
He
And I'm
said
like,
that. He said that. He literally said that today.
Yeah.
But like, sure, you've always jokingly always said about Messi.
Not jokingly, he did take like boosters when he was younger.
Yeah, but that was to
'Cause that's how- that
that
was-
was to fulfill what he actually could be, though. It wasn't
well,
actually,
yeah, but that's the Lance,
And
that's
and
the Lance Armstrong thing.
That's an issue.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not born into this world privileged to play sports. You go to somebody who's been a paraplegic since the day they were born and say, "Oh, sorry, mate, you just didn't make the cut because it's everyone else's divine right to play sports." If Messi needed shit to get to a level where he could play sports, that's cheating. He's a cheater.
No, well, he only got to where he
See, that's
was
kind
entitled
of
to.
that's
though.
kind of the issue. Is
He
that,
was-
that,
he
was,
was-
that was the Lance Armstrong excuse, though. He goes, if someone's so and so more than me, why can't I take drugs to get to their
it's
level?
not
That's
your privilege to get
No,
to
no,
a
no,
level.
no. He was born right with an actual hormone defect,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Okay, and he's actually only grown to the physical specimen that he is now. That is actually
If
his
you're
level.
telling
That's what he
me
was.
that there is an exact science to measure how good he can get and that they reach that and no further,
well, I
you
think
are
it's
very
more.
naive.
I think it's more physical than actual playing skills.
That is just as bad. And that's actually what I was talking about. You can, how
Well, no, he's
naive
probably
can you
grown.
be?
He's probably grown about 3 or 4 inches, but his ball skills wouldn't actually.
He's cheated, Dan. He's cheated to get to a
When
level.
he was 9.
They, no,
Yeah,
no,
doesn't
they
matter,
had to get
doesn't
him.
matter.
They had to get him to a
Bit of a
size.
difference in
They had
your-
to
in
get
your
him to a
peak.
size where he's able to play in the league that he's in. Like to get if they.
But
if
it's
he,
not-
if
it's
he
not his
didn't,
privilege.
If he didn't, of course it's not his privilege. You don't just.
So it's cheating.
You don't just like pick up a young lad and it's like, oh, you'd be great. Shame there's not some sort of drug that would make you able to play against people like Pepe and all that sort of stuff. The fact is, even if Messi was able to get to the state he was without the drugs, he wouldn't be able to play up front for Barcelona. He wouldn't able to be
Yeah,
up
I
front in the
completely
Sunday
agree.
League team.
Completely agree. And I'd like to think that this doctor who did go around scouting for young kids did have Pepe in the back of his mind, even though he would have been young himself. It's like, we need somebody to be able to play against Pepe in 10 years.
I was chatting about this with a few guys, not the Messi thing, but the whole drug things. But like, if you even think about it, if you watch a football game from like even Premier League years of the 90s, like the level of the size between footballers then and now, like granted,
But to be fair, for sports science is
Oh,
and,
obviously-
and people don't. Besides Jack Wilshere, get pissed every week.
no, of
You know what
course
I mean?
they've
Like,
absolutely
that
improved.
is gone. That culture. you
Oh,
know.
yeah, absolutely.
The
agree,
second
but
name
they're
is
all massive.
Grealish, not Wiltshire.
Well, Wilshere got caught last week smoking a bong. And he's only come back after his first 121's game back from
How
injury.
did I not see this?
And then he was out. You know, he got in a fight outside a club. He hid behind a bin, and then he was caught smoking a pipe or a bong.
No, isn't there...
Again, it's like, what are you doing?
We're segueing...
Sorry, I know, I'm just saying.
No. I love it. We're segueing to street drugs now. And wasn't there a picture of supposedly Raheem Sterling doing the old, Spice, the fake cash, wasn't it? That's a one
It's
show up
those
in a
kind
drug
of
test.
weird, kind of Turkish
I was gonna
bong things with
guess.
pipes.
A hookah pipe.
Yeah.
That's them.
Oh, they're delicious.
And who's that PSG player? He was supposed to be banned and released from the club, but they didn't because he's young and good. So he played against City. Do you remember?
Rabiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He scored.
Yeah, and he told that Blanc was like a big homosexual.
No, that's Serge Aurier.
That's all the same.
That's
They
the
all
right
played.
back.
just
He
wanna-
also played against Man
He
City.
also played-
I just want to tell everybody who's listening to this, and you too as well, as people who I'm very happy that you enjoy soccer. Lads, do not take what we have right now for granted. We've a season where complete underdogs are going to win the league.
Then be stripped of the title.
Exactly. During a time where we've also come out of an era with the best team of all time in Barcelona, the rise of Spain, incredible quality in the very, very top players. 10 years from now, when everybody's found out for doing drugs and are skinny as twigs, and heading is no longer allowed because of concussions, it's going to be a different world. So let's enjoy it while we have it. Speaking of Ibra,
That's made me sad.
It's true, by the way. I'm not joking.
No, heading will still be.
And they'll all be wearing helmets.
Yeah, probably.
Seriously, they'll probably be wearing rugby caps. In 10 years, that's my prediction.
Peter Cech has already.
Well, I had my silly prediction that
Trent,
rugby
he goes
won't be
to
a thing.
bed
in a
with
few
it, Dan.
years.
Huh?
I had my silly prediction that rugby won't be a thing because of concussions. So,
Well,
That's
rugby
not
is
like-
like it isn't.
and there's a lot more
isn't-
money in football.
It isn't, and also rugby shite.
Due to the money
Yeah.
in rugby,
It's
I'd
not
say
great.
that it will exist, but maybe in a different way. Things are going to be changing. Everything's
It
changing.
could go like tag rugby, like.
Every sport is changing. Speaking of Ibrahimovic, Sky Sports reported this today, and it literally sounds like straight off the back pages. In fact, I'm pretty sure I saw it last week on one of the red tops. Ibra says he might go to United, but only if Van Gaal goes.
I heard he only wanted to go to London though.
Sky Sports legitimately reported
Yeah, no, I
this.
saw it. I saw it today, but
No, well, he always it's this Mourinho link even more than Van Gaal going. But with this, and we'll get to United later, it seems that it's pretty much a given anyway in terms of Van Gaal's future. That if he gets top 4, they're going to give him a year. If he doesn't, they won't. So what are his chances?
Well, sorry to interrupt. I know you pointed that down there. There were stories coming out of Holland. The national team offered Van Gaal a job in the summer, or for like ever almost, to be like a what's the
yeah, it's when they sacked Danny Blind.
Is it Alex
well, not-
Ferguson's
not to-
position in
yeah,
United now?
basically
That
not
kind of
to be a
thing.
manager.
2 million a year.
yeah.
Did you know that?
What?
Ferguson's on 2 million a year for whatever he's doing.
He lost 8
He
grand.
lost $8,000 last night in Jordan Speed.
Spoofer, please
sorry.
bear with me.
But
Go on.
they offered
Jordan
Van Gaal. They have offered
What? Sorry, what a tournament.
They offered Van Gaal in the Dutch Football Federation, and he said no. So a lot of stories out of Holland are saying that he's going to stay at United.
So it's like an advisory role he was
Yeah.
offered.
So obviously, like there's stories that he wants to retire that they came out earlier.
Sure,
at the
look,
end
like
of
they
the year.
can't keep him. Like they can't. Like they're
He's
they're
a tactical
arguably
genius. Did you see the match?
We'll get there.
No,
We'll get
but
there.
like, no, but like it's just like where they are now. Just I know it's gonna be different, but like, has he actually improved them really
No.
in 2 years? But what 250, 300 million
He's brought
spent?
in a few youngsters.
The youngsters are actually probably the only thing.
That's a necessity. That's because he's ruined the star players that he's brought in, who half of them have gone on to go elsewhere and actually also be shite, but a lot of them have gone elsewhere to be
Marie's
good.
been okay.
And that's a prime example. And secondly, injuries. If you're telling me when Van Gaal was like, oh, let's sign, let's bring Falcao in, let's bring Di Maria in, let's bring Depay in, and then, with the idea of playing youngsters when they're struggling for Champions League
Well,
football,
for Memphis Depay is
it's not going to happen.
gank.
Yeah, it has
And
not.
he's flash. As
Okay,
I said he was. at the
my
start of the
point is Van Gaal was never planning on spending that money so he could play Rashford and Martial every single game. Okay,
Well, he spent 58 million on Martial, so
maybe Martial. Okay, let's move on. Speaking of managers, Antonio Conte is confirmed for Chelsea takeover. There's, we knew that. So
he did a good job at Juve. Like he did do good work there, and then
how do you think he'll do in the Euros?
I think
well,
they're going out in the group stage.
he's still got a lot of the Juve lads there who he started the kind of Juve.
Were you going to say that we love? Don't start talking about Bonucci again.
The beast,
Go on. Vertagli?
Chiellini.
All the lads. Go on. Evan, sorry.
Yeah, but he started kind of the getting Juve back to the top.
I
where
wonder
they
if
should have
anybody
been.
else in charge of Italy. I'm still not saying that they'll do
Well,
well.
who's taking over?
After him, has
Is
been
it
said.
There's rumours.
Where's
the
Allegri?
the Swansea manager, isn't it?
What, him? That fella, the guy that I can't remember his name.
Yeah, he's been
The guy who
linked
no
to
one knows his name. That was actually I was thinking of having that as the teaser this week. He was the Swansea
Yeah.
manager.
Do you have a teaser for me? About a manager's name? Never mind.
What?
Dan just
no.
not coming true on his promises.
Not remembering things.
Oh, look at that Van Gaal to stay United. We did that.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
just wanted to say on the whole Conte thing, there's some absolute head cases managing the Premier League next year. Like, maybe just scrap the whole league, get some sort of battle royale going.
Yeah.
Tony Pulis nicking
Oh
the
my
showers,
god!
my slide
Sorry, that was the funniest thing ever. That Football Weekly. Can
Oh,
I just say, shouts out, lads? If you don't listen to this, listen to Football Weekly.
What did they do? What did
It was
they
they had a question. It was open thing to the
Oh, yeah.
to the audience, and they go, so if there was a manager's Royal Rumble, who do you think would win? And then someone said Allardyce, and then a guy said Bilic, and Bilic would have a heel turn on was it Wenger or something, and throw him over the top rope.
Wenger would be gone in an instant, but go on.
No, Wenger would just stay there until the final four.
Wenger's just
Oh,
one of
do
the
a rope.
poles.
He'd be in the final four.
He'd do a road dog in 2000.
Yeah, that's right. Someone actually, I think he said that. Like he'd hide under the bottom rope for the final four or something.
See,
it was
in his
actually
Caterpillar
Alan
jelly,
Pardew would
yeah.
go all
Pardew.
Armageddon '99 and just like throw himself over the top rope.
Okay, lads, we can't. We you know,
It
John.
was fantastic.
All right, Kodongan City Link.
Looks like Peppa's made a
Naming
move
the
for him
city
already.
after him.
The the interesting thing is that he has not been featured for Dortmund much this season due to injury, but also since he's come back from injury 2 months ago, he's been injured since, but he's not really being named. So it looks like they're already preparing for life without him.
Yeah, well, obviously they can't get Thiago.
Is that a bit underwhelming if he's the biggest name that is brought in?
I don't think he'll be. I think he'll be one of quite good play. Like, I rate him high. I think he's good. I think he'd be one of maybe 4 or 5 at that level.
Who goes?
Well, yeah,
All the
he'd be
older
gone.
lads.
I think it wouldn't surprise me. Nasri,
Would it surprise you if he went to
Clichy.
West Ham?
who?
Yeah, to West Ham.
Why would he go to West Ham?
You haven't heard about this?
They were after Ibrahimovic.
They must have money that we don't know about.
What's the crack with
The
their
Olympic Stadium.
They're going to the Olympic Stadium, right?
It's huge.
Did they get that for free?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like they won the lottery or something with that.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why
how?
Spurs went nuts about it.
Like, how are they allowed to get that for? Like, the council bought it and they're just renting it, or
I literally don't know.
I think it was a lot of debt, and the West Ham bought that, and that's how they got it, sort of thing. There was some sort of
because like surely they're like I mean, I'm just comparing like the last big team in London who went in somewhere was the Emirates, and that cost them 10 years of nothing. Like,
Yeah,
they
but-
didn't win it. They didn't buy any players.
But the stadium,
West Ham are
the
just
stadium
out-
was made because of taxes for the 2012.
Euros.
The
Olympics, sorry, yeah.
So the stadium's there. So it's basically just someone had to, because like they don't need like Wembley's already. The
Oh no,
national
yeah,
stadium,
but
so.
it's mad though, and fair play to West
No,
Ham,
it's fairly
but, you know.
It's really great for them. Alan Judge breaks leg.
Yeah, he broke his leg there on Saturday, so he's out of the Euros.
Who does he play
sure.
for?
Was he
Brentford.
was he going to be in the squad then? Probably
I
not.
think he might have been,
Why?
because he's probably been the best player in the championship this season.
Okay.
And
I
you
think
know, like,
Martin O'Neill
there's-
has his team though. In
There's
fairness.
about 2 or 3 spots up for grabs, and I think he might have got one.
Okay, as
Um,
long as Cyrus is on the plane with me.
Well,
Rangers.
my dad is instead.
Oh yeah. Rangers back in the Scottish Premier League. It only took what? 3 years? 2 years?
4.
4.
4
Jesus.
years, and they've got a cup semi final next week at Celtic, don't they?
Against Celtic, yeah.
Ooh.
But people call them zombie Rangers. They said like Rangers are dead, and these are just like some fake club that use the Ibrox and stuff like. So
So look, it'll be good to get them back up there because like Celtic are literally
the Sky still
playing
show
with
the
one
Scottish
leg.
League.
Doesn't matter.
Scottish League. Yeah, the Sky still show.
I say it's
doesn't
mental. I say
matter.
they're losing money on
It's
it. I say
terrible.
they signed like a 10-year deal when like Henrik Larsson all floating about or whatever, and they're like, this will be great. This will be a money maker.
Yeah.
What?
But
Definitely.
like if you compare Rangers and Celtic's team to 2002, 3, 4,
Power
like, it's-
Rangers.
Power Rangers, yeah.
Is that what he said? I seriously did. What did he
Celtic
say?
and Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Like if you compare them to over 10 years ago, they bought a really decent teams, and now they're they're terrible.
Beating Barcelona.
They did.
That was a while ago. Though.
89% possession for Barcelona, 2 shots for Celtic,
I was, in
and they
Fibber,
won.
I was in Fibber McGee's watching that of all places, in like a TV the size of my head. It's a pretty big.
We
TV.
watched the World Cup final in there.
At least they had a screen down for it, mate. Well, we watched the second half in Sean's. Pissed. Spanish title race getting interesting. Barca have dropped points in the last 3 games.
Yeah, they haven't
dropped 8 points.
They lost to Real Sociedad, who I saw you there that day, and I said they will struggle against them. Then beat them in ages, and I found that they actually haven't beaten them since 2007.
So they
San
are
Sebastian.
officially Barcelona's bogey.
Yeah, like Moyes beat them.
Even Moyes.
Like I remember, I forgot last few years, 2013. They were unbeaten until January, February, until they went there with Villanova. Lost that. Moyes beat them 2 years ago, and then last season, remember the Luis Enrique thing when Everton went mad?
Yeah.
When Messi was dropped and Neymar was fecked out, and it was chaos, and everyone thought he was going to get sacked. Yeah, so they've a terrible record there.
Just for on this, do you guys see that Neymar's contract was leaked?
It's all
there online?
bonuses, yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
He gets $100,000 bonus a year just for respecting the manager's opinion.
So
Basically,
what?
not kicking up a fuss. Like if Neymar goes, "I want to play centre forward," he goes, "No, you're out in the left," or wherever Neymar play. If Neymar says nothing and just plays it, then he gets $100,000.
Jesus.
If he kicks up a fuss like the lads did last year, he doesn't get the bonus.
And what's his normal downside? What's his weekly wage?
I think it's like 200 something grand
Yeah,
a week or
And is
something.
he on appearance and goal bonuses?
He's on a lot of merch.
He's on Ballon d'Or bonuses, and that headband that he wore when they won the Champions League, he gets money off that as well.
Yeah. Oh, well, the sponsorship.
He's all like
sponsorship won't be-
add-ons. Like if you had him in Pro Evo, you'd be getting removed those options. And
You see,
it
I
would go down
thought
to
we were going to have
2%.
like a dignified conversation where it sounds like we were like, yeah, we've got some knowledge of contracts, but of course Dan has to circle back to, it's just the stuff we know from Pro Evo.
I think
Sure.
Kayfabe it, brother. Ronaldo becomes the first player to score 30 goals and say that's incredible.
Yeah.
Who had scored more than 30 goals in 5 successive seasons?
I'm guessing
Messi
has. Is that legal?
legal. Yeah.
Maybe Messi missed out in 20.
I don't think Messi scored.
Messi missed out in 2013 40 season because he missed like 4 months that season. He missed so many games.
What I'm asking is, did Ronaldo just beat his own record here?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
I'd say,
Seriously, like
yeah, he must have. So, it's a goal freak.
he sure is. He is.
He's the best goal scoring phenomenon we'll ever see.
Probably. He always had great players behind him, though, especially in Madrid. He always had people to
be
supply.
fair, like his.
But they all hate
his goal scoring stats are a bit flawed this season because he's got 5s in a lot of games and 4s in a lot of games and a lot of hat tricks.
You say that every time. Like
But he hasn't.
I've listened to the previous show and so I was like, well, all his goals have come against like these two teams, and like surely he scored 30. So
Well, this season, I think more than most, though, right?
he scored one.
As in if he had spread them out, if he had taken 1 or 2 goals out per game and given to games where Madrid needed a goal, they'd be top of the league.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He hasn't scored at the right time. I'm not criticizing. It's still incredible.
It's got an
It's an
important
incredible
goal in the
record.
new camp. Like,
He did. To be fair.
Buffon man the match with Juventus beating Milan. Yep.
yeah. Well, I just saw the highlights. He made an incredible save from a Balotelli free kick, and then he got the assist for the winner, I think.
Okay.
And I'm sure you want to mention Balotelli's hilarious.
Yeah, Balotelli. He didn't fist the ball into the goal. He
By
literally
the way,
slapped it like a wet fish.
That was a
Did he get
cutback.
booked for that?
Yes.
It was
That's alright.
it was a cutback to an open goal that Balotelli had, and he whacked it full force and it came off the crossbar. So like the clip that you showed us is missing that he was the one that in fact missed the obvious chance and then went for a diving handball.
Do you remember when he handballed?
He's the
Did
worst
he start
man.
laughing or did he?
Oh, of course he did.
No, he
doesn't
laughed.
care. Milan want to send him back. Like
Milan are sending him back to Liverpool.
He'll go to China.
China have yet to bid for him.
Him and Jackson up front.
Him and Klopp
Balotelli
will murder each other.
and Benteke in a box straight to Beijing.
I just want to see that
Really,
in a
Benteke?
pre-season game.
That's good enunciation.
Just
I'm sure they're hoping for it. To be frank.
keep
You
them.
won't get rid of him?
Well, the
I'm not
Benteke cup,
hoping for
the
it.
Benteke mugs are officially from £8 down to £2 in the Liverpool club shop.
Is that because he is a mug?
Yeah, so unfortunately,
Ooh.
it'll fit in the Benteke wardrobe, as I think we've settled that. But it doesn't look like it's
was the
going.
young keeper in goal for AC Milan?
Yeah, Buffon,
So the
Buffon
young-
and him
he's
are quite
like
close.
he's like over double his age.
Yeah.
Is he?
He's 16 and he's in goal for Milan every week.
That's right, yeah.
So it'd be
Okay.
interesting if he could be the new Buffon.
Bayern should win the league. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
But I'll take
before, just because I saw the highlights of the Italian league, I saw Klose score a goal yesterday. That was nice. You forget he's still playing.
Lazio.
And at Lazio and Napoli are closing the gap on Juventus. I don't think they'll catch them, but
Napoli are good this year.
yeah. And because we missed
As
the show
usual,
last
read
week,
the last 4 years,
Higuain's like one of the first players in Italy to score over like 30 goals a season or something
Yep.
like that. And he got sent off and pushed the goalkeeper over. So
He
not the
lost his
goalkeeper, the
mind
referee.
there last week, didn't he?
Yeah.
Vidal was taken off the first half, not happy about it. Dortmund rest players for
drew
Thursday.
2-2
with
Schalke.
Schalke, and it was a derby, so it was a pretty important game.
Yeah, Kawanga scored a great goal.
He did. That was a very nice goal.
And finally, just some notes that we missed. We talked about the Adam Johnson. Well, Adam Johnson. No, we talked about that. Cruyff and Daddy Maldini passing away.
Just sad times.
Sad times. When
Yeah.
I saw Maldini there, I forgot about poor
Like,
Daddy Maldini. And I was
Cruyff
like, what
was that's like he started a lot of stuff, like the way the game played.
oh yeah,
Like
a
if
very
you-
influential man.
very like I don't think in Europe there'll be more influential footballer. Probably
At European.
European level, yeah.
It just
Like
depends.
you look at
yeah.
Maradona and Pele, but I don't know. I think he for Europe, like you know what he did with the Dutch team, like Barcelona, like he started everything for Barcelona. Like let's not
Yeah.
forget that.
What if Ronaldo does his badges and makes Porto into 30 goal a season scoring machines?
You mean Lisbon?
Sure. I was actually going to say Lisbon.
He started there, so you'd think it'd be them.
Did he not play for Porto? No,
Definitely
he didn't.
Lisbon.
After that team photo that Real Madrid took after the new cup, I just can't see Ronaldo as a manager. Like, I think every time.
Yeah, he'd be taking his top off.
Yeah,
during
I think
a press
even
conference.
like they'd win a game and he'd just go straight down to his jocks and just like
Yeah.
team photo lads.
You know, he probably waited. Wait a minute, lads. I have to get pretty much bollock naked for this picture.
Like I like support Real Madrid mostly to annoy Dan half the time, but when I saw that and like Sergio Ramos who got sent off back in his captain's armband and jersey,
he should have been. He could have been sent off twice.
He could have been sent off like 3 or 4 times, and I was just
Can I one note on Maldini? Zara Maldini died. Paolo is still in Milan, and his son now I think is captain of under 16s team, or under 15s team.
Will they be the first? Will he be the first third generation guy to play for a major European club? That his dad and grandfather played
Not
for.
unless Sean Wright Phillips has someone.
What?
Sean
Oh yeah,
Wright. All right, well, Casper Schmeichel now. I think we can do it.
that's second generation.
Yeah, well, not one. He has one. Yeah, I'd say that has to be the first throw.
This sounds like the closest someone's gotten to it.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Champions League from last week. Barcelona 2, Atletico 1. The return leg is on Wednesday, and Barca not the best result at home, and Atletico go home with an away goal.
I
It's
think
the ballad of Torres. He scored.
I think
sent off.
Atletico are definitely going to score,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Barca don't like play, and they look tired as well.
they look exhausted.
So
So
although Suarez was banned this weekend,
So he'll be fresh.
so he'd be fresh, and he was great. Both his goals were quite nice. He should have got 2 red cards.
But the whole thing is, though, Barca have beaten them
Yeah,
3
he's gone
times
mad
this
again.
season, so you can't really dismiss that. They've beaten them home, away.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Champions
no.
League. So they have beaten them 3 times,
It's
but
a fair shout.
No, I watched them and thought they were great. But Atletico haven't beaten Barca in a very long time or something like that. Wasn't it 7 games or something?
they beat them, but they did knock them out of the Champions League the same stage
Yeah.
in 2014.
Well,
And then they also pit them to the league on the last
Did
day.
they beat them to win the league?
They drew to them.
they
Godin. Godin kept getting all those big goals that year.
Yeah.
Drew to them 1-1
I remember that.
at the new camp.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Incredible.
I said yes. I thought Atletico were like my favourites for the tournament at the minute. I just thought they were
But
absolutely
they're the
great.
one team I think no one wants to play. Like
Yeah. But in saying
for
that,
knockout competition, like they're awful to play.
in
against.
saying that, like
Yeah.
Torres did sort of cost them, and Neymar did hit the crossbar and
Yeah.
post as well. Like it
Although
could have
the
been more.
Barca
Than it
treated,
was.
we were at Muse and we missed it, but I recorded it and watched it the next day, and they did throw the kitchen sink at them, but you can't go, oh, they're down to 10 men.
Yeah.
Barcelona should be at home, should be dominating games, and they weren't dominating that until the red card happened.
Well, who are you calling to go through then?
I think Atletico.
I think Barca just, but it literally, that was actually the hardest game that I could call when the draw was made, was this game, and I still think it is hardest. I'd fancy PSG to go against City, to be honest.
Okay,
I
we'll
don't.
get there. We'll get there. Let's just focus
You
on
don't?
what's happening
No.
on.
They do miss Verratti.
Let's focus on what's happening on Wednesday. Bayern are taking a slender 1-0 home lead to Portugal against Benfica on Wednesday night. It's going to be a big ask, but at the same time, I'm sure Bayern are still favourites.
They are. Benfica are missing their top scorer. I completely blanked on his name.
His name is Jonas.
Yeah,
Played for Valencia.
Jonas is suspended.
My name is Jonas
Sure.
from the Blue Album.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know. I was surprised. I really thought Bayern would have absolutely gone away with it in the
They
first
should
leg,
have.
and they scored really early on. But
Kingsley Coleman.
exactly, I
But
think.
like, sure, Bayern got in through the skin of their teeth against Juve the round before.
But Benfica have lost like most of their big
That's
matches.
Juve, Dan.
Benfica have lost most of their big matches at home. They've lost about Porto and Atletico Madrid
well,
earlier in the tournament.
The one thing about Benfica, though, their Champions League home record is very good.
Well, I think their Europa League home record is very good. I'm not sure if they're.
Well, in Europe,
Yeah.
it is quite good at home. Like I don't think it'd be a stroll in the park for Bayern. To be
No,
honest.
I think they might struggle. This might be the penalty.
Didn't they lose last year to Porto away? And then didn't they beat them like 6-0 at home or something in the next round?
Yep. That was it. That was
So I think they did actually lose last year in Portugal. So
Yeah. Sure, I joked on. We have a Facebook group ourselves that it's going to be a City, Atletico, Benfica, Wolfsburg semi-finals of the Champions League. Just
Speaking of Wolfsburg, they're going to Madrid with a 2-0 lead. I think this is going to be super interesting. It's on tomorrow night, on Tuesday night.
Madrid went 3-0.
Okay.
I think Madrid will go out.
Draxler to get that winning away goal.
He's
If
been-
they
he's been
do
great.
score, Madrid have to score 4.
Yes.
And I think that might be too much. But I do think that they'll, if they get an early goal, Ronaldo will turn it on. And
Sid Lowe from The Guardian said that the Real Madrid's win against Barcelona kind of distracted everyone. The fact is that they hadn't actually been very good under Zidane. They'd really struggled.
Well, they were the
And
better team at the new camp for
the final
18 minutes. Probably,
yeah,
like,
18 minutes,
like,
and they managed to win the game. And I said then Barcelona's legs going to the World Club Championships. It's half the
it's
reason no one's
interesting
ever
what they
held the
do.
Champions League.
I don't know how fit Bale is. I nearly played Jesse and Benzema because Benzema's in good form. Ronaldo you can't drop, and Jesse has got that pace going behind. I think that would be the three I'd go with.
He has been played out wide before.
I'd go with that three, to be honest, and try and get at them a bit because I don't know how fit Bale is. He might do half an hour for Bale.
And finally, PSG and Man City. This is in Manchester.
It's in Manchester.
Okay. So people are thinking City?
That had to be one of the worst Champions League performances
It was
I've seen
pretty poor.
by two teams. It was similar game
For so much money. Like,
it was similar to that Liverpool Norwich game we talked about earlier in the season. That is like somehow this has happened. That like no team has defended well. There's been goals. But like it was shocking. Every goal.
The standard of the match was set for me when David Luiz got booked after 12 seconds.
Yeah.
He just kicked Aguero. I was like, what do you just defend properly?
You wouldn't be surprised.
But it's just 12 seconds into a quarter final of the Champions League.
Sure.
Ibra's goal though was just absolutely
And he missed a
ridiculous.
penalty.
He did miss a penalty.
And he missed a one-on-one.
He had a tough week.
I think that they were very wasteful. PSG really could have put them away. in my
Oh, they
opinion.
should have.
I think Joe Hart's getting good at penalties though.
He's been really good at
like
penalties.
He saved
Five
Messi
of
one
his
last
last
year.
six or
And he
something?
saved Ibra, and he was doing a lot of time wasting, which I
Did
I
he
like to
save
see.
Messi's last year as well.
He did
didn't
save
Yeah, he did,
Messi's.
yeah. See, he's the lack of Yaya Toure on the pitch when we're talking about quality in the game.
Yeah, I just think PSG are missing a lot of players, and Kevin De Bruyne has come back at maybe too
they're
late for
lucky.
City because
And his goal,
Take
he
out
took a great
they got
goal.
De Bruyne to go in there. Perfect.
He took a great goal as well.
I think if
He's
De
good.
Bruyne wasn't injured, I think City would have walked the league just at that moment, and then he got injured for 3 months, and they just.
I think
didn't
companies.
Don't know if they would have walked the league, but I think that they would be in better position
They
than they are
probably
now.
would have maybe split Arsenal and Spurs, I'd say.
Okay.
Oh, I think they'd finish out of Spurs.
Europa League. Is there any of the other games you want to talk about from last week? That are happening on Thursday night. So, okay, it's poised like this. Sevilla take a 2-1 advantage at home to face Atletico Bilbao. Same with Shakhtar Donetsk against Sporting Braga. And the exact same with Sparta Prague against Villarreal.
No. Villarreal won
That
that.
changed around it. No, it was 2-1. I don't know.
Villarreal won 2-1.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know, John, but this is the wrong way.
And then Liverpool and Dortmund. Liverpool did really well to hang on against Dortmund, who destroyed Spurs in the home leg.
I think you'll do them on Thursday.
I think Dortmund kind of took a break. I think Liverpool took a lead in the first half, which you might say kind of lucky, and then Liverpool, after Dortmund equalised, and Liverpool absolutely hammered the Dortmund goal, and I really think both teams sort of, Liverpool brought on Joe Allen, and Dortmund just went 1-1 is not the worst result here if they get a second away
Do you
goal.
think that 1-1 was a fair result for the game? Do you think it was
Absolutely.
indicative? Really?
I don't think any team really.
Okay.
Maybe it was just me thinking Dortmund were going to absolutely storm.
Well, when you look what Spurs are doing to the rest of the league, right?
Yeah.
And you look what they did to Spurs. Although Spurs haven't been able to do that to us. I don't know. It could be a stylistic thing. So who are you calling it for Thursday anyway?
I think Liverpool will do it.
And Dan thinks Liverpool too? All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I think Klopp knows the players too much.
Okay, so after 1 week of the Wenger out brigade being silenced, we had some rumblings coming back in.
Well, I didn't mean to interrupt. What's Borussia Dortmund's manager?
I gave you this chance earlier.
Well, I'm going to give it to you now again.
I
said it to you 4 times last week.
Asked you. I know.
Well, John, you can whisper to me.
Thomas?
Yes? Begins with our T.
I know, yeah. Thomas Travago.
Tank engine.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thomas.
John's right.
Thomas.
Close enough.
The Tank Engine.
Give me a clue. What does it sound like? Kipling.
Nothing like this at all.
No, does it sound like a
Mr.
Kipling? Does it
Kipling,
sound like
he
a
does the cakes.
Does it sound like a Kipling treat?
No,
Tamansi.
it sounds like
Tamansi. Tamofti. Tamofti.
What does it rhyme with?
Yeah, what's the rhyme with?
I thought it would just me rhyme anything.
Terwilliger? Spielberg.
It doesn't actually rhyme with anything.
Okay, his name is Thomas Terence-Stophelis.
It's a 2-syllable word and it's 5 letters.
2 syllables. Grand. It's only a few of them.
Yeah.
It's
Turkton.
Trenton.
T-U-C.
Trunton.
Truckett.
Truckness.
How is it Truckett when it's T-U-C?
I'm sticking with tank engine.
Truk.
T-U-C-H.
Uh-huh.
E
Yeah.
L.
Uh-huh. Turnbull.
That I literally spelled it out to you.
Ross Turnbull.
Thomas Tuchel.
Tuchel. Tuttles, the shop. You could have... It rhymes with Tuttles.
What does that shop sell?
Everything.
That's one of those.
It's one of those news agents come toy shops.
Food and stuffs.
Probably.
Sainsbury's.
The shop you find down the country.
Or like a Northside shopping centre.
Yeah,
Or,
like penny sweets are actually penny
Clearwater.
sweets.
Sure.
Clearwater shopping
let's
centre.
go now.
Like that.
Or shopping centre.
Mm.
Action figures. Knockoff wrestling figures. Bone Crusher versus
Sort of like the
Exonerator.
shop you used to go to like in the early 2000s, late 90s, and the only wrestling figure you'd find would be Jacqueline for some reason.
Or Billy Gunn.
John's memories are strong about this. West Ham and Arsenal had a cracker. West Ham should have won this game. They had many goals disallowed. Andy Carroll bullied Gabriel and embarrassed him. And there's these 2 fouls given against Andy Carroll that shouldn't have been.
Well, the one
where
for
you-
Payet's-
the one
the one
on
for Payet's
Koscielny
goal
was-
should have been.
That was a foul. The
Not saying that it was.
first goal was clearly onside.
Yes, it was.
But the second one, I thought, to be fair, was a foul. And turned that phone off.
Put that cigarette out, as me and Gene would say. Andy Carroll got the hat trick either side of Alexis Sanchez and Koscielny when Dan creamed his pants. Ozil got Arsenal kicked off to a good start on 18
When
minutes.
Sanchez scored to make it 2-0, me and Dan were watching this, and I literally turned to him and I was like, "Oh, that's game over." And
No,
then-
I was never... Like, to be fair, Arsenal's probably the worst team in the Premier League to see out a match, probably. They're going to be up there.
well, sure,
Like Bar Aston Villa. They haven't been... I don't think they've been in front twice all season.
Sorry, what were you saying, Dan? What was that point?
That Arsenal are probably maybe the worst team to see out a lead in the Premier League. Like they must even out of history and everything. So
Andy Carroll was great. He had the sort of performance that he did 3 times, and Liverpool paid 35 million for.
yeah,
He was
like that could get.
he's
He
unbe-
needs to play that for the rest of the season. He might get into the Euros.
Look what happened to Noel's head in Colombia.
That's why he's in Colombia, and that's what happened to him.
Rene Higuita must have spider kicked him. Scorpion kicked him.
Scorpions.
Fuck, sorry, I got distracted there.
But no.
maybe Dan
Carroll,
did too for fantasy.
Carroll bullied him. They played really well. Like, it was actually a cracking match. I think a draw was probably... I know I was talking about that. I think a draw was probably fair.
Who's more likely to get in the England team now, Carroll or Wilshere?
Carroll.
I'd say Wilshere.
Henderson's injured now, so it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Henderson's
good
out,
shout,
and
yeah,
I
yeah,
said to you, the person who's going to benefit from that will be Wilshere. He'll have 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, is
he'll have
Wilshere
a goal
fit?
and assist, and he'll walk into the team.
Is he fit?
He'll be... He's had his 60 minutes the other night, so
He's had
probably
his
not too
session,
far
he's
off.
alright.
He's probably not
Okay.
too far off.
Anyway, let's move on through these
Cracking.
games.
By the way, both teams should be applauded.
Yeah.
Great match.
You see, of course, if it was a Liverpool match, and we'll talk about how the defending was so bad.
But the defending was terrible by Arsenal, yeah, but it wasn't.
Yeah, but you would never say cracking
I
game.
just-
You would say, oh, terrible defending
It
by
was
both teams. Terrible
but don't-
defending, Neil.
Both teams, but keepers
Grr.
made good saves and stuff. Like, it was a good match.
Did the keeper make a good save?
Adrian made a few. Ospina made 1 or 2. It was just so many. Like the difference in the Norwich Liverpool game was.
I'm not talking about Norwich Liverpool.
The standard
please.
of that was shocking.
That's not the example I'm trying to give here, because I agree with that. If that,
That's what,
every
that's what I'm
Liverpool,
comparing it.
every Liverpool game that they shellac anybody, it's not because Liverpool were dynamic. It's terrible defending, terrible defending. Man City, terrible defending. I bet you're going to say the same thing about the Stoke game as well. Oh, terrible defending.
I think every time we start to do one of these shows, we're like, we won't talk about pro, and we won't talk about wrestling, and we won't talk about Liverpool that much.
We've
And then
talked about
towards the
Liverpool
end
that
of the
much.
show, they've been mentioned.
Well, look, I didn't do
And
the wrestling
they won
thing,
4-1 this weekend. We're going to talk about it loads.
Oh, dear. Simultaneous people pressing pause. Watford and Everton. I didn't see any of this, lads. Couldn't be honest about
the
it.
Everton fans had a Martinez out flag. That's pretty much all you need to know about that.
Who would you get to replace?
Oh,
Marcus?
and there
They
was like
contacted,
8 seconds.
um,
There was about an 8 seconds
I
gap
go
between the goals. Remember that?
yeah,
You're-
I go for Michael Laudrup.
Who do they contact? Some sort of coup. I'll look into it now. Any other notes on the match?
Actually, no, Everton are probably the worst team for holding on to a lead. I'd say probably Everton.
Yeah, good point.
Sorry,
It's the obvious.
Everton are.
Are Everton still in the cup?
Yes.
Yeah, they're playing United, aren't they?
No.
No, sorry, United are playing West Ham.
That-
United
that's
plays
on Wednesday.
Replay.
Yeah.
It's absolutely like
The Watford and
football's
Palace
messed
is
up
the other
this
one,
week.
isn't it?
Right.
So I think it is actually. It's the probably the winner of the West Ham Everton game, which I think West Ham will beat United.
Yeah.
West Ham Everton, I think will go on with the cup.
Okay. Everton. It's crazy, though.
We'll probably talk about it if we get to Leicester, but Troy Deeney was on Match of the Day
Yeah.
the other day, and he was explaining Leicester through like almost a striker's eyes. And it was really good. He just said that like the defenders and the the defense and the midfield don't move except for the wing backs. So
Okay.
teams try to exploit that by using the wings, but because of they have Hoot and your man, all they can put in is crosses, and they just get rid of it. So it's like impossible to tackle them because they're so tight in the middle, and they're just and then sorry, Neil just shoved a microphone in my face, and I reacted like I'd never seen one before. Like
You've been holding
yeah,
it
like
in your sweaty palms for the past few hours.
sweaty.
John, you're good in
I'm
the show, but
sweatless.
like you're holding the mic and actually having it up to your mouth is like
That's not for me.
You still haven't mastered it, and we're
It's
nearly
not.
finished season 2.
Well, in fairness, there's been a lot of gaps in this season too.
And
Like
it's not like he doesn't have practice at holding a mic in front of his
He's a
face.
comedian.
I'm usually drinking.
He's got a pint in his hand and says,
Dan,
They give me one of those. I'll hold it like a pro.
so a couple of places reported that it's former Argentina and Chile boss Marcelo Bielsa.
Bielsa,
Yeah,
really?
Bielsa? Yeah,
Ooh.
that they've contacted.
He's a nut job, but he's good manager.
Okay.
Did a very good job with Athletic Bilbao.
Okay.
They have Moyes back.
They fucking would.
Moyes has been linked with,
Relegation fodder mostly.
yeah, probably Villa or something like that.
See him at Leeds.
Love him at Leeds. He just got sacked though.
Save money at the Domino's bills.
Shell,
Coming
yeah.
to that.
Okay. Swansea City beat Chelsea.
Pato started.
Pato started.
Is that why?
Loftus Cheek started. Maizga at the back, wherever the hell
Why,
he is.
is there injuries or why are they doing this?
I think
Just because
they're doing
the
it
Champions
is-
League game?
It's
Yeah.
the Harry Redknapp race
Yeah,
to
but there's no
avoid the
Champions
Europa
League.
League.
There's no Champions League.
Sorry, of course not. Sorry, sorry.
I think what they're doing is, to be honest, they're giving some youngsters a chance, and they're going, are they worth? Can we do anything with them? Maybe we can sell them on.
I think they're trying to avoid the Europa League.
I think they're just literally planning for next season. Why don't you start Loftus Cheek in every match? See if he can actually do anything. Give him some experience. I don't see anything wrong with it.
No, I agree.
To be honest.
Southampton beat Newcastle 3-1 goals from Shane Long, Pella and Wanyama. Andros Townsend getting Newcastle's only goal
Now,
in the 65th minute.
bear in mind, we're
Let
talking
me
about
finish
bad
speaking.
defending.
Let me finish speaking,
Bad
please.
defending.
It's unbelievable. I can't get through one. Janmat punched the wall. Rafa Benitez is playing Liverpool next, right?
It's
Yes.
coming soon, yeah.
Unbelievable. Dan, go ahead.
You speaking of bad defending earlier, that game was atrocious. I mean,
Shane Long's goal was nice. Like terrible.
he
defending
ran
was-
in a straight line, and Stephen Taylor couldn't catch him.
No, you can't figure that straight.
Taylor is like the worst centre half the season.
Didn't
probably.
Shearer say that it was Colaccini and Taylor are the cause of all these problems this week?
Shearer wasn't on much today, but
But-
he probably did.
The last 3 times
Colin.
Newcastle went to Southampton, they lost 4-0. So technically, this is improving.
But like, it's just like
There you go,
Stevie
Newcastle fans.
Taylor. He's been there for so long and shit for so long. What's he still doing there? I've mentioned this last week. Like, what's he still playing for?
Well, what about Colaccini? It's not the exact
wasn't
same
in-
thing.
he was injured.
Yeah, he's injured.
It was Lascelles and
Sorry.
Stevie Taylor.
Okay.
And Stevie Taylor, I think, has been at fault for probably nearly every goal Newcastle has conceded in the last 2 weeks. Basic defending and movement. You run with the man. He literally did a pirouette. Like, I don't know what he's doing.
It really is amazing that, like, would this be the most big Premier League teams, or at least tenured
The
Premier League
championship
teams
could
going
have
down in one
major
go?
names in it. There could be Leeds, Wednesday, Forest, Villa, Sunderland, Newcastle.
That'd be great.
Brighton Hove Albion, straight up to Premier League.
Who else is there?
Where Brighton Hove at the moment? Are they first?
They're playing at the moment, and I'll check the score. And if they win, they're a point behind Burnley, I believe.
And Burnley are first.
Burnley, because they beat Leeds, of course. The other day.
Oh, Sean Dyche will be back in the Premier League next year. He's another madman for the Battle Royale.
Crystal Palace beat Norwich, John. I know that you've been
And they
fast.
won 2-1 with a last-minute goal from Steve Sidwell.
I do love Brighton Hove Albion. The biggest Brighton Hove Albion I know is getting married on Friday, so
The biggest Brighton Hove Albion.
fan I know.
Their club, like. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry,
No,
they
what?
are. Excuse me, they are
Brighton Hove.
third. They're
Brighton
2 points behind Burnley in third.
Brighton
It's
Hove
very-
Albion
very-
are getting married.
Brighton Hove Albion get married.
It's very congested and not top.
So Punchin with the only goal.
Crystal Palace's first win of the year.
And I told you, John, they weren't going to get relegated.
Well, to be honest, they got mightily close, and if Newcastle or Sunderland could be arsed to pick up points, they would have gone down. But luckily, those two were horrendously bad. And Norwich play Sunderland next week, and if Norwich pick up points there, which if Norwich are weird, they were on a good run, but they tend to slump quite bad as well. But
I think Norwich deserve to stay up at 3 fighting. I think they're the team who've tried the hardest and probably lost matches or drawn matches they should have won. Like, I remember they should have beaten Arsenal at Carrow Road. They were unlucky against you guys. Remember that mad game?
Have we mentioned that already?
They were another 1 or 2 games. They were just there was nothing in it. And they just lost. Like, even against Palace, there was nothing in that match.
Yeah.
You know, they should have got a lot more points deserving. So I hope they do still.
Just because we didn't do a show, there was a few weeks ago where Pardew did a match program and said we could have been Leicester, but Leicester got all the luck and.
Yeah, that was shocking. Yeah, that was really bad.
Could have been us. It's like we're 17th. You're 16th or whatever.
Yeah, there's a little bit of distance there. Villa,
He's it because he never got a penalty all year.
Yeah,
that was it.
Villa lost 2-1 to Bournemouth. Goals from Steve Cook and Joshua King.
Good result for Villa.
And Jordan Ayus on 85 minutes.
I lost by 1.
Can I please not just finish one?
Sure.
So the mathematical chances of Villa staying up are a 30-goal swing.
Which I think you can do.
Yeah, so Sky Sports shouldn't have said that Villa are relegated. Like, they're not.
They did. They
said they're officially relegated, didn't they?
Absolutely.
But they're officially not. They're unofficially relegated.
So,
like, in theory, they still could do it.
Okay.
I don't think it's. I'd say it's about $1 billion to 1.
Who's
but
managing them now?
I don't know. I really don't.
There's
care.
our teaser. Can someone tell us who the Swansea and Aston Villa managers are, please?
Who is nobody, right?
Is it McDonald? He's gone in a few times. Kevin McDonald's gone in there a few times for the past few years. Is he still there?
But they don't have an official manager, right?
It's just caretaker. Like, there's no man. I think
Yeah.
it could just be a coach or something. Or, like, they've literally just completely. Oh, he got sacked since their last show, but by the way,
Yeah, no one cares. Bye, Aston Villa.
They're gone.
No, we'll
You
never
know,
see them again.
they could keep going down to League One.
Ooh, really?
I think they're
Seeing as they have so many championship players, I think they'll just stay there for a while.
Big Gested.
Yeah, you know how he runs above the championship.
I think they will. He wasn't that good in the championship. He's a good header of the ball. That's about it. Like, I think a lot of them are probably on too much money for the championship, and I don't think he'll invest the money. And I think a lot of them will have to go, and he'll get even worse championship players.
Well,
And he doesn't want to be there. They've no manager.
Now that Newcastle might get relegated now, and probably will at this point, and Rangers got promoted, do you think Mike Ashley will jump ship?
Mike Ashley says he's not selling the club until they win a cup or the top 4. He said that the last day of last season. He said that I am not leaving. I'm not selling until we either win a cup or a Champions League spot, which is also I will class as a cup. And then 12 months later, they're going to get relegated.
Yes.
Man City beat West Brom at the Etihad. Aguero with a penalty on 19 after Sessegnon opened up the scoring for West Brom on 6. And then Nasri on 66. Nasri, who said today that Pep Guardiola should be very lucky to have him.
Have you seen Nasri's haircut?
No.
He's got like dyed blonde hair, like blonde tips, like, you know what I mean, like full 1990s.
Like 1990s Michael Cole.
Yeah, like I'm fully think that he's like trying to trick Pep Guardiola into thinking he's like young and hip.
Or
He's
Alexander Hleb.
It's like, I hear you like the young players. I'm young. See,
I'm right hip.
Yeah, he was. City were lucky to get the win. There was a clear foul by Mangala. Was it who was it he pushed? Was it Sessegnon or something?
I think so.
It was like they should have had a penalty, and that could have been made a 2-1 West Brom.
So Nasri's back now.
Oh yeah, he won't be there next year. Guardiola won't put up with him.
Mangala was man of the match. Well, as bad as the defending was, he did play very well against PSG. So give him some credit.
I like him.
And there's rumours that he is going to be starting for France in the Euros because Deschamps likes him and he doesn't know who to play.
He's picking the worst out of the 5 he has.
Yes.
Who's going to start with him?
Well, Varane's at form. That leaves Koscielny, Sacco, Mangala.
That's pretty much the big
There's
fellas.
another guy as well. There is another one. I can't think of.
That's
there is
also
another guy.
Lucas
There is.
Digne is a left back. Digne is a left back.
He is.
I don't know if it was Mangala, but City had more French players in their team than PSG did, which is a fun stat for the Champions League.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That was the last game.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, Sunderland and Leicester, they left it a little bit late and things were looking shaky. But Jamie Vardy with his first real clear chance on 66-minute scores, and then it was like a siege until the end, and Jamie Vardy brought a mistake out of... Jesus Christ, what's Sunderland's keeper's name? Manoni was like, I will go, I won't go, I will go. Uh-oh, I've gone, and he's gone by me.
Never should have sold trousers.
No.
Shocking.
So Jamie Vardy with 2 goals. At halftime, Ranieri said to him, I need something from you. And he got it. Ranieri, who has been very cool and calm about this whole title race, and he was again in the post-match, he finally kind of broke a bit, and he was pretty much crying at the end of this game.
What was Robert Hood's tweet?
Amazing, wasn't it? Amazing sight.
God.
What was Robert Hood's tweet? It's like,
Yeah, no, we're in Champions League. I better practice my Rabona.
yeah.
And Leicester and the Champions League started following each other on Twitter, and that blew up Twitter, like, you know.
That's absolutely...
It's incredible.
Oh, yeah, since we've done the show, that's become official, that they are in the Champions League next year, no matter what.
Well,
Jamie Carragher said it was the biggest story ever. I agree. I don't think there'll ever be a story like this. These guys were 2,000 to 1 to win the league.
The richer clubs are only getting richer. This is insane.
It did happen in the 80s. Like Leeds,
so different though. Nottingham Forest.
Leeds were the last team to do it. We were in 1990. No, in 1990, 89, 90, we got promoted. 1990, 1991 season, they finished 4th. And then Leeds won the league a year later.
That's the last
team to get promoted and just go up and win it.
Did Nottingham Forest in 89 have something very similar to this?
No, that was the early 80s. They did it. They won the Champions League twice.
And
they got promoted. Sorry. But I'm just saying Leeds are probably the last team to do it because then Ferguson took over and that was it.
They need a maximum 9 points to win the league now. 3 wins, as you just said.
It was that sort of, this team's going to win the league sort of victory. Like, Brini had a shot that hit off Morgan, and like usually against anyone else, it hits the net, and it just hit straight to
Rodwell.
And Jack Rodwell's finish is just give them the title. It's
but like
they've been lucky.
Do you mind me asking what's the points difference when you guys were in front in 14? When everyone was rooting for you guys, and
I think we were 7 points ahead, but
that was 4 games.
City had a game in hand.
They had 2 games.
2 games in hand, yeah. So it was like 1 point officially. But
let's move on. So it's really, really good anyway for Vardy. 21 goals this season. Quite
incredible,
amazing. Yeah. Liverpool and Stoke at Anfield. It seems like that 6-1 where they paid them under the table to let Gerrard score last year is a long time ago.
When he has to just let him run.
Yeah, there you go. You have a good day.
I don't think I've ever said that to anybody and they haven't thought I was joking. Yeah. I've never said that and been joking.
No. Oh, it's incredible.
The FA paid Stoke to let Gerrard score in his last game. It's just like a fact. Anyway,
these are fast.
These are fast. 4-1. Moreno with a crazy free kick on 8 minutes. Didn't know he had it in him.
Well, he didn't score a free kick, so he doesn't.
Wait, did Milner not set him up during a free kick?
He laid him off.
Laid him off. But you said.
Okay, all right. Sorry, from a free kick, but not.
He had a shot at the box.
Keeper should have done better.
And then Bojan equalised on 22 minutes with a header.
Liverpool can't defend set pieces.
Daniel Sturridge on 32 minutes. He really needed that.
Hello, Joe. What a great assist.
And hello, Joe, with a great assist. And then David Origi came on, and I believe it was 2 goals, 1 assist, 1 clearance, and 3 chances created. He was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
He's had a hell of a week, David
Hugo
Origi.
Will be going to the Euros with Lukaku and Origi at him. And there's another guy as well.
He plays for Marseille, Dan. We talked about this a while ago, and I looked into it now. I've forgotten his name.
There's a possibility he could be 4th or 5th choice.
Let me tell you now that De Bruyne is fit.
And Mertens is there, Morales.
Yeah, he's not going. He's not going.
I kind of wish he was.
He was at the last tournament. I think he's going to this one. I think. Or are you talking about Benteke? Or
Hugo,
Benteke?
Yeah.
Oh, Benteke's not going.
No, Benteke. No, Origi's definitely going.
All right, yeah, Origi
went to the World Cup when he was 17.
I'm actually quite impressed with Origi. I kind of like him.
Well, it's a week where
if he's on confidence, I think he could be good.
Daniel Sturridge really needed that goal. Another thing about this match that was interesting was similar to we talked about Dortmund earlier in Bundesliga against Schalke. That Liverpool played a few unknowns like. Ojo, who scored that great goal in the Carling Cup.
He did.
He was there. He assisted Sturridge as well.
He did a great goal.
Teixeira seems to be off, Dan, and they're not doing anything when he's
going. So was Jordan Ive. Did you see his tweet?
Go on. I forgot he existed. Go on.
He put something up on Instagram going, it's like, trust in God, he knows what's right. If one door closes, another door opens type situation. Okay. So it looks like him and Joe Allen are gone anyway.
I can't accept the Joe Allen thing.
Well, Joe Allen has 14 months left in his deal and there hasn't been any contracts. So
Klopp does look
I
like
think
he
he's
loves them. I have this feeling like Klopp, like for some reason, just like thinks of the Liverpool team and then thinks of Lallana and Joe Allen. They're just these two lads that he inexplicably loves.
No, I think the issue, like, for Klopp with Joe Allen is Klopp likes big players who are fast and keep the ball, and then there's like players like Joe Allen where he's like, I shouldn't like you, but I do.
That's exactly the feeling.
Because he never plays him, and now like he's great every time he plays. So I don't know.
Doesn't look good for Shea Given going to the Euros as well. As that crap keepers ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of glad, to be honest, Shea Given's not playing because he shouldn't even be. Well, he'd be third choice now because
he'd be brought as a mascot. He'd be like Beckham in the M&S suit.
Beckham standing at the touch. What you do? I sit on the bench. It's like Mr. Bean. What you do? I sit in the corner. I watch the paintings.
Did we do? What? Are we revealing that yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We'll be.
I get it.
We have a plan.
You have the plan.
We have a plan. Tottenham Hotspur and Man United was the other 4 o'clock kickoff, except it wasn't.
Yeah.
So why were Man United delayed?
Stuck in traffic.
Fair enough. So it kicked off at past. United did not get to warm up properly, so they're going to use that as an excuse.
They started the game better.
They did. They were better.
I was going
to say, like, as you said, that someone paid money for Gerrard to score. I felt like someone paid a bit of money because nothing really happened in the United Spurs match until the Liverpool match ended. And it all started kicking off. Martial had a very good chance.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Probably should have scored. And then
Spurs were the better team over the 90 minutes.
Oh, well, yeah, but I think United had the better chance.
Spurs had a bit of a go with them last 15 minutes, and they were kind of hanging on a bit.
Yeah, it was.
I was very impressed with Spurs. I thought they were excellent.
They were the 3 goals were very nice. Even Lamella's was.
Yeah, it was a 6-minute madness. Dele Alli on 70, Alderweireld on 74.
They nearly scored more. They literally got to him, made a few good saves.
Never let me get through it here.
It was Ali's last goal as a teenager because he's 20.
Yeah, he's 20 today. Yeah. And Lamella on 76 minutes. Ali could have gotten more. Kane could have gotten more.
Yeah, Kane didn't score.
Kane didn't score. Kane could have gotten 1. Excuse me. After the that's fine. It's just when I'm reading things. After the Lamella goal, it was kind of like a siege as well.
Yeah.
So I sent this to you guys earlier, and this is inexcusable, and maybe you guys can tell me if it's unprecedented or not. Has anything like this ever happened before? United had a centre back at right back. They had a centre back at left back, Rojo, a left back at centre back, Blind, a right winger at number 10, Lingard, a number 10 at right wing, Mata, a centre forward at left wing, Martial. That's a bit of he plays there a lot, so that's all it is. But the big one, the returning Ashley Young as a centre forward. What was happening?
Why didn't he just put Martial up there? Like
why did he not just play everybody? If you swap them around, you have the same personnel in the right positions.
Yeah, I still don't know why.
What happened?
Is playing centre half now. Blindy's actually doing fine this season. He hasn't actually been bad. But
he was fucking shit yesterday, Dan.
Well, no, over the full season he's been okay centre half. He hasn't been terrible.
Second best defence in the league.
I think left back. He's actually a pretty decent left back. I think Rojo is terrible.
Did people see Darmian's beard?
It's not even a beard.
No,
it's like they had
so
mutton
blotchy.
chops and he shaved the top of them.
It's like that moment in school. Like obviously didn't have to Neil because Neil came out of the womb with a ponytail and full on beard and hairy chest and that. But like the rest of us that time in high school and we're like maybe I could grow a beard and it's like no I can't. Get rid of this thing. That's essentially what happened. It's a compliment, Neil, by the way.
No, look, listen, that
big old hairy baby.
Hairy man.
I'll let you go with it. I am. Okay, so do you even remember your last teaser?
Oh, I just wanted to say before. Sorry, no, we're not letting you finish. Before the United match, there's moments like with every manager, like where they're done with the fans, and I think when he brought on Darmian instead of Memphis, he wasn't even been that good. Like my phone was like lighting up with United fans, just there, like one of them was like bringing on Darmian instead of Memphis.
Well,
to be my memory of. Luke
to be fair, Darmian was brought on when it was still 0-0.
Well, yeah, but.
It was still 0-0.
Spurs were there, I think, for the.
Yeah, well, no, when he does this generally, he takes off a full back and then switches them or something. It's like what Rafa did in 2007 final.
Yeah, but I was going to say it was similar to the Birmingham match where Rafa took off Torres for Ngog when we were chasing.
Gerrard's face, I'll never forget.
And you're just there like,
you injured? No. Scratching his head. It's like, what are you doing? We need you on the pitch.
But yeah, it's just moments like that. You're like, oh god.
So, can you remember your teaser from last week?
Well, I think it was. I don't think we even got answered that last time. It was who was the first Scandinavian to win the Premier League?
Good Johnson. Was he there when Chelsea won 2004?
It's definitely a long time before that, and I'm surprised you haven't got it.
Schmeichel.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this one is who's the first South American to win the Premier League? This is a really good one.
Ooh, okay. Can you give us the year? Or can you give us between? Can you go, it was before 95?
I think, yeah, it was. Oh, it's definitely after 95.
Before 95?
Definitely after.
Fair enough. Okay.
It was from, I'll go 95 to 2005.
My spoofer of the week is Alex Ferguson betting $8,000 on
Jordan Speed.
Speed.
That's not that bad.
And then, hold on. And then telling the winner's name, sorry?
Willock.
Telling Willett when he met him in the press room afterwards that I'd bet $8,000 on Speed. It's the first thing. They never met before. And the first thing that Alex Ferguson said was, I bet $8,000 on somebody else.
I didn't want Willett to win, but then when I found out a Yorkshireman had stopped Ferguson from winning a lot of money, I was kind of happy.
That's incredible. Who's your spoofer of the week?
My spoof for the week is the guy who does the Longford Town social media.
Okay.
He now I've done it myself now, and you've actually criticized me. Why are we tweeting this? When you go onto your phone and whatever one, sometimes it just goes onto a random profile. So on your Twitter, so
That's
you
his
might
excuse.
retweet something, or well, it is actually a thing that happens. So you're online and you tweet something, and you don't realize it's actually under, like, I could be on tweeting under ITK, and I quickly delete it, of course. He
know
went
exactly
in
what you're talking about.
under Longford Town, and he goes, "For fuck's sake, Daily Bend, you're shite." And of course, he was sacked pretty quick.
Yeah, because Longford are so close to United in the grand scheme of football.
Yeah, it was funny. Like, that's a pretty bad moment, to be fair.
John.
Sorry, I've a few. Just fun fact: Harry Redknapp is Jordan manager.
No.
He's left.
No, he's gone.
Oh, is he gone?
He's gone.
He is.
They haven't done a show in
honestly,
ages.
he's the biggest.
They played
asshole.
Australia, right? They lost 5-2 in his last game. And he goes, "Oh, what do you expect with the boys? I had about a week and a half or 2 weeks with them. Yeah, good boys. Fantastic. They're fantastic. They're great." The last time the Jordan played Australia was 2 years ago. Beat them 3-0. He was like, "What do you expect against a superpower Australia?"
Just I can't remember.
That was really good.
I can't remember his name. The Bournemouth physio. If you follow him on Twitter, he tweets about all the dressing rooms that he's in, and he described the Everton away dressing room as prison-esque toilets. And then just the Luton goalkeeper's name is
Prison wine.
Yeah, the Luton goalkeeper. His name is Justin, but it's spelled just ham. And,
Just ham.
Yeah, and the crowd was shouting, "You're just a shit Tesco sandwich."
Just ham.
You know, the United fans in the first half were chanting Champions League. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
At Spurs.
Sure, Newcastle fans started singing when they scored a goal. We scored a goal.
No, but that's okay. That's like self-deprecating irony.
And just because we did met the Leicester owner getting everyone a beer and a donut for his birthday.
Unbelievable.
Was it a donut?
Yeah,
Who
Or was it beer and
doesn't?
pie?
beer and a donut.
I don't know.
Who doesn't wish, especially as an Irish person, who doesn't wish they were a Leicester fan?
Oh, I certainly.
Like,
Jeez, I
could
wish I
you
was.
imagine?
Jeez,
Could
I'm
you
sick.
imagine?
I'm sick of my life.
I know.
Yeah, he was very sad. We watched the Leeds match the other
We
day.
actually played well, and we just still couldn't score. Like,
So your spoof of the week was
just ham.
just ham, I guess.
yeah, because like, is it his fault? Your goal of the week, John.
Andy Carroll's. I can't remember which one. Any of them. Andy Carroll's goals were all great.
The
I like his headers.
The
The first one, I like the header.
yeah.
See, the second one took a deflection. So
See
maybe
this
those
one.
could be
This is
interesting.
it. Okay, Dan, your goal of the week.
No, it wasn't this week. It was the week before when the internationals ran. When Adrian and Friendly ran the pitch for West Ham and scored.
I also like Payet's
Ah.
free kick last week.
Well, yeah. In realistic terms, Payet's free
And
kick.
also-
That was
and
amazing. That testimonial.
Nobles, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of West Ham, Nolan. He's
Doesn't-
fantastic.
Nolan.
He doesn't play.
Nolan.
Mark Noble. Sorry, excuse me. Noble is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, has he ever got an England call up?
No.
He's fucking
we
great.
were trying to get him a few years ago.
Never good enough.
But I was watching him. Like, I've seen the last
Yeah,
two
he's
West
been
Ham games.
excellent.
He's just like, what the fuck is this guy?
He's on drugs too.
Okay, come on.
yes.
All right, hero of the week, Dan.
Again, it's kind of last week, but the person who pretended to be Shay Given on Sky Sports,
Oh my God.
and like it was
Oh,
like,
God.
it's a bit of a terrible for Jack Butland, but I suppose his bad news is my good news, and he's going, well, Shay, we have to leave it there. It's like
Did
it
you see
literally
that?
lasted 8 seconds.
It was pretty special.
He literally just some madman from Ireland rung up, and I can't believe how he got.
I see that can't happen. Like, I don't think somebody can ring up and say there's somebody else.
George Weah's cousin.
I presume that somebody was really quick thinking. Shay probably has an Irish mobile number, correct? So I imagine Sky Sports maybe got a digit wrong, and whoever answered was quick enough to go, "Oh, yes, this is Shay Given." You know, because I can't. Like, come on, you can't string up Sky Sports and go, "Oh, I see Harry Redknapp want to get on."
Also, another one. An honourable mention goes to Aubameyang because he had Batman boots on this weekend.
That's
Oh god,
impressive.
Paul Scholes would be getting fucking sick on his nan's lap.
But they were black and yellow, and it just perfect with the Dortmund colours.
Nice.
That
pretty
is
good.
that. Look, I'm
It was like the mic you're holding.
I'm like, yeah. Do you like my little yellow buffer here?
Is that yellow for Jordan? Is it? Are they playing yellow?
I thought you were going to tell the story that we heard on Football Weekly about Ruddock performing, giving a
Oh,
blowjob
God,
to
yeah.
another player to prove
Yeah,
he's
we heard
not
on the
gay.
Football Weekly. Yeah, he.
Go on.
Yeah, who do you think it was?
I don't know.
I've heard all the Jason McAteer stories. I've heard that before.
What was he saying?
Jason McAteer ordered a
Oh,
pizza and
I have heard this.
Yeah, the 4 and then the 8, and then the other one was John Barnes and McAteer trying to get a bike into the car
yeah, after he'd been sacked.
after he got sacked, and they couldn't get it in, and then like they didn't realize they were on the. It took like 45 minutes to get a bike in the car, and they didn't realize they were on Sky TV, and then someone rung up Jason McAteer, put it in sideways, and he just turned the cameras around. Brilliant.
Quite incredible. All right. Let's see here. I'm second last, lads. What? It happened. Okay. Reg Harrison next. Sean Ryan, Rob Normal, Dave Rogers, John Sanders, Ronan O'Reilly, Seamus Stacey, Dave Brady, John Carroll is in 13th. Where did you say you want to get? Crack top 10?
Yeah, I actually had a really good week this week.
80
I
points.
didn't do my team without Andy Carroll on the bench. It's over. It's fine.
With that attitude, you'll go far. Darren Hillard, Brian Donahue. See, 9 people aren't doing well because he's getting married on Friday. He's the Brighton Hove Albion fan. Michael Tobin next. Kenny Murphy, Shane Lahart, Gary Kiernan, James Byrne, Regis Kerr, Dave Nolte, Noel Keeley, Stephen Vincent. Dan is ahead by 17.
Look what I got. I got 79.
79. How many did you get, John?
71.
John said I got 80. I still beat him.
So you guys had
Well,
the
I have
most
12
successful
points coming off
weeks.
the bench.
I've gone top of all my leagues this week.
Fucking
I've got 8 weeks to go.
All right, we are going to be probably independently watching Champions League this week. We're going to meet up for some scoops. Well, I'm going to scoop like crazy because I'm off on Friday for the wedding. So we're going to have some scoops for the Dortmund and Liverpool match. And we'll be back maybe Monday next week. Monday, no later than Tuesday anyway.
Sure.
Getting back in the saddle for the last few games because we're going to have a Leicester party.
We waited for this weekend when pretty much everything was decided, and now we're going to do 8
can I
weeks
say
and
one
we've
thing?
nothing
We
to-
forgot to mention on last time's show that I won the big Pro Evo tournament of 2016. I hammered his.
He did.
Just want to
He
put
did,
that out
yeah.
there. We forgot to mention it, and I won. So I am the official owner of the Pro Evo strap.
At the moment,
Which we
yes, you
still
are.
don't have a thing.
We'll be defending it. We might even be defending it as soon as the summer, my friend.
I think we should do it in the summer. I'm more than happy to put it on the line.
Oh, you can't wait.
No holes barred.
And maybe we'll even do a video about it. But until next week, anyway, if you like the show, you can go on Facebook/ITK Soccer Show. Give us a like. It's the easiest way to keep up to date with the shows as we post them. Alternatively, you can go to Dan's YouTube page, which is linked on that, to see the archive shows. And, of course, follow us on Twitter at ITK Soccer Show. Talk to you all next week. Enjoy the football.